car. This is Great American Farm Tour-esque because we have a trailer. We're pulling a trailer going on a vacation, going on a little bit, basically, what do you call it? It's a business trip and a vacation, both. Anyway, and we visited a farm today. We visited Roots and Refuge.
Yes.
And documented that. Doesn't that feel farm tourist? Oh, I didn't say what we have in that trailer. That trailer, we have a compost toilet. A compost toilet, that's what we had in our bus.
Yes.
But when we stopped at the gas station today to fill up, we just went to the bathroom in the compost toilet in the trailer. Hey, Randy. Second in the house. So yeah, we're gonna let some folks get in here, and then we're gonna start the show, tell you our plan for January. I'll give you a hint, not very many vlogs.
Some.
Not very many at all. Some. I'll give you another hint. We are not burnt out, and we are not quitting. So don't get upset. But we're gonna talk to you about our plans for January. Starting now, it's different because you're not getting a vlog today. We're going live. It'll probably be the only time we go live this month. But welcome everybody from Northern California. We got Randy in the house. We got England in the house. I'm going to get this show on the road because we are live and we are in a car, and Henry doesn't speak English, so I can't really tell him to be quiet. So we're going to get on this. What we're doing is taking I guess it's a sabbatical with a vacation in there somewhere. So we are taking a break from regular vlogs on the channel. Disconnected. Wonder if we're still connected. So what we're doing is building in rest so we don't have a burnout. But we're still going to get you guys videos. And we'll see if it works. There are a couple of videos I shot before we left, and those will go up. They're not vlogs. Like when I say vlog, guys, I mean that's like for me, that's filming a reality TV show. Yeah. It's our daily life. Versus a teaching video or an inspirational video or a show. We're chilling on the vlogs for January. Coming back strong in February. What we're going to do instead, though, we're still going to give you videos. We're still going to get you videos Monday through Friday, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I sent Dan, my editor, the schedule, but it's going to be easy for him because most of the videos are either on Abundance Plus, an instructional or inspirational or something. And we're going to share those on YouTube as samples. It's only a fraction of what's in Abundance Plus. Minnesota in the house, Randy says. So, because we have hundreds, we probably have over 400 videos in Abundance Plus. But we're going to share individual videos in their entirety, Monday through Friday. Not all from Abundance Plus. We're going to pull some from YouTube. We're going to do some compilations. Remember Full Circle Farm? Well, yeah, we went there like 4 times. So let's put all those videos together and get a good perspective of Full Circle Farm. Remember Jim Kovaleski, who farms in Maine and Florida? Florida when it's cold in Maine, and Maine when it's hot in Florida. So putting those videos together in a compilation. And then there's going to be some fresh ones. We are on our way to Florida, and we're going to visit Uncle Pete. I'm thinking one of the most underrated permaculture designers in the world. He's just killing it. He actually does permaculture design for a living and is doing a killer job down there in Florida, and has become a really good friend. And so we'll highlight his farm. But then it's Pete, man. He's going to take us on wild adventures. He's got a fishing boat he's going to take us out in. And he's got contacts down there and sites that we can go see for farms. Yeah. And so we'll record some of those and post those towards the end of the month. And we're going to do the year-end video. Did you guys know the last 2 times I did year-end videos, which are epic. They're like 2-hour long documentaries, basically. They're in our top 10 most popular videos on YouTube get over 1 million views every time. So obviously you guys like those. So we're gonna do that. Thank you, Amanda. She says I'm natural when I'm live. How's Rebecca do, Amanda? I'm telling you, that's the most natural person. That's the most natural person you ever met, in character and health-wise, right there. She drives. People want to know, why does she drive? Well, she's better at it in the sense that she's much better directionally. And if I were driving, she would just be over here coaching me. So I'm just like, you do it. Backseat driver.
I am not a backseat driver. I would be telling you where to go.
And I'm over here getting work done, man. I've answered member text. I've already posted in the member community. What else have I done over here?
Emails.
Done emails. Made important phone calls. We got some exciting stuff coming with our new show Divergence this year. And I got on the phone with the filmmaker for that. We're highlighting other families, doing rooted style shows, but on other families. Epic stories. Filming Roy Feek in January, we talked about that. We talked about, if you guys saw the first show of Divergence on Abundance Plus with Brandon, the Farmstead Meatsmith, I've asked the filmmaker, we had a talk today about putting in a couple more clips to really paint the picture of why they diverged and the way they did. I think it paints a clearer picture. It might be, I don't know, it's not everybody's going to agree with it, but I was telling him that now's the time to highlight disagreements. We should all be able to appreciate that, shouldn't we? So I'm happy to share other people's stories, even if I don't agree with them 100%. Because we just need more platforms that do that.
Diversity is good.
Diversity is good.
We don't all
and
be the same.
it would definitely challenge folks to think, and it'll give people a new perspective. So you definitely want to check out Divergence #1 in Abundance Plus. It's streaming now there. What is Divergence? It's our new show that we're producing for Abundance Plus. It's a high-end Netflix quality show. The Divergence idea is, I'm sorry, I haven't really promoted this very well at all. Robert Frost's poem, The Road Less Traveled, where the subject in the poem comes to a divergence in the woods. And he has to make a decision. And he ends up taking the lesser path, the lesser beaten path. And it's a struggle. But in the end, it was all worth it. So for our show, we're going to dig into people's divergences. Where in their life did they make a decision to opt out of the norm and opt into something different? And what were those struggles along that way? And finally, the happy ending is, how has it been worth it? So, Brandon's Divergence from the, what?
You gotta let people just go watch it.
She's saying you gotta go watch it. I won't spoil it.
So
I won't tell you what
good.
Brandon's
It's
Divergence was.
It's such a beautiful, Brandon and Lauren are such deep
From the
thinkers.
Farmstead Meatsmith. Yeah.
Very deep. And so it's just a really good show.
And so I guess I shouldn't spoil Roy's Divergent either.
No,
you can get a hint I did with Rory, because I'm doing these video podcasts has turned into, many of them will be on our show. We'll have an episode of Divergence, and I'm digging into their life to find their divergence. Why did they diverge? How has it been a struggle? Because a lot of times people are losing friends and family and, moving, making hard decisions, doing weird things according to the society. And then, I don't know where I was going with that. So, Roy Feek's next.
One of the reasons we're doing
Oh yeah, the podcast. So we dig into that and we find out how has it, why did they do it? And these people who diverge tend to be very interesting folks and are strong, have strong opinions. Kids are doing great in the car. So, where was I? Oh, I think I was telling you about the fresh videos we will post. So you're getting videos Monday through Friday, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. And I think that's it. We will have a vacation in there, and we'll post that. We always love to document our vacation. I mean, that might be one of the handful of selfish videos we make a year. We're really just doing it to have a nice home video.
Yeah,
it's fun to share with all you all, because you guys feel like family. And there was another one to tell them about. Homesteaders America business event. If y'all haven't signed up for that, you might want to, if it's not already sold out. Oh, it's sold out?
But I think there's a
Then you got to move on these homestead options. Homestead America's options. So we'll be there. The Homestead of America's business edition. My talk, I just named it. It's going to be the 20-hour work week. How to come home to freedom with online creation business. Boom. Does that sound like a good title or what? Does everybody want to hear that talk? Okay, I think I'm done. So that's the plan.
Yep.
The kids can erupt now, and I can quickly exit it. So shout out to Justin and his wife and family. Happy New Year from Michigan. I love watching you. Thank you, Tina. Sorry, I missed your name. Thank you for that. Mercury says yes. Anybody got any questions? I hope this isn't too bouncy. It's a little bouncy. That's what happens when you get chauffeured. You go live from the passenger seat. I'm cutting out anyway. Thank you, Justin and Rebecca. I'm getting some chickens this year, Angela says. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Mark. Hello from Hendersonville. Neighbors. You don't just talk, Justin. You listen. Looking forward to Grass Grazed Farm Family. Yeah, we're going to have Grass Grazed on Divergence. They're going to have an episode of Divergence. What a cool story. How he was traveling the world as a military man and decided he'd never seen his family.
Yeah.
And just upping and starting a farm.
We actually spent some time with them that day.
Yeah, because they came to the first show of Divergence, as you know, as you saw in the vlog. And they hung out afterwards a little bit, and they are a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with them on the video podcast.
I can't wait for them to actually come and spend some time with us too. I just really, really enjoyed.
And
they're just fun.
We got any Canadians in the house? My husband and I have learned so much from y'all. You're an inspiration. Oh, I missed your name. Thank you. Hello from Colorado. We got any Canadians? We got 513 people on here. I wonder if any of them's Canadian. Enjoy your vacation from the Netherlands. Oh, thank you. So anyway, I asked that about the Canadians because there we are. Because we hope to shoot a Canadian for Divergence, going outside the United States of America. Tara from Slowdown Farmstead. If you don't follow her, you might want to follow her on Instagram. She's full of divergences. So hopefully travel restrictions will allow our film crews to go there. We will not go there ourselves. Oh, they will be filming. We might be able to go to the one at Rory's, but other than that, it's kind of neat to commission a film crew. We kind of, we work together with the film crew on Rooted, so they know what I'm looking for. We know how to communicate with each other, and I can just send them off. It's like the dream.
Are we doing the UK as well?
Oh gosh.
Or no?
There is a hope. I think somebody's here from England. I should say, there is a hope. There is a contact in England. I've been in contact with them, but I haven't actually said, hey, can we do a show? I need to do that next. You guys want to know why she drives and I sit here? Because after I get done doing this live, I'm going to email my contact in England and say, hey, you up for this?
I would love to go.
I'll hint you.
That.
I'll give you a hint. They wrote a book. I
Will.
won't tell you more than that because I should probably ask them first before I tell you guys I'm going there. That one. I mean, I'd like to go to all these. I mean, there's kind of some crazy travel restrictions that prevent us from doing that, and a 10-month-old baby.
Yes.
But we'll get into that stage soon enough, Rebecca. We'll be traveling the world. We're looking at places for season. I mean, we'll see how season 1 goes. But season 2, like, could we go real big? Could we go? We got contacts. Ideas in Australia. We got contacts in Swaziland, of all places, Africa. This is gonna be cool. So I hope this show flies. This season 1.
I think it will.
I haven't even promoted it. I don't know when I'm gonna promote it because we're promoting the Rooted Life book till March, till it comes out, and then I don't have to dig back into Abundance Plus and Divergence. And that's fitting because we're only going to have 2 filmed by the end. We have the first one, it's already out.
We're only doing 6.
The second one is getting filmed. And yeah, we're only going to film it 6 year and hopefully have more than 1 season. And because this could inevitably go on and on since it's a different family every time. Eco Global in Florida, they said we should visit. We've already visited there, been there, done that on the Great American Farm Tour. You should check it out.
Echo?
Yeah, Echo. Yeah. So search for Justin Rhodes.
That was actually a lot
Echo.
of fun.
And
Echo.
it'll probably come up. Watch that, us going there. And that was a lot of fun. That's good memories. That's good memories right there. That person
We
just...
should go back and watch those ourselves. Maybe tonight.
Is Divergence shows her one. So it'll be 6 episodes a year, and it'll be a different family person story each time. Oh, we are doing a story on Joe Winger, and that will be shot in February. So we'll have 3 shows come April, May. So that might be a good time to start promoting Divergence once we have 3 shows.
Yeah.
All right. Show 1's up. So it'll be a different family hours every time. And you know, Joe Winger, we're gonna film there in the February. Like hopefully there's a big old snow drift. That will be some epic filmmaking. And then Jill's, of course, diverged and is going through divergences. So it'll be nice to explore those and see what she's up to. We'll have her on the video podcast in January this month. And so we'll know more about where we want to go with her story. So folks in Abundance Plus get the video podcast right away, and everyone on YouTube and the podcast world will get those dripped out, the video podcast once a month. So in many cases, Abundance Plus gets them super early. But we're going to post a video podcast with Holistic Hilda on Abundance Plus. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, or not on Abundance Plus. It's already on Abundance Plus on YouTube. That'll be one of the videos we post while we're gone. So we've got video podcasts coming your way. Mastering class is coming your way. Little short instructional videos, compilation videos, year summary videos coming up. So this is probably on the channel. I'm not on my way to Tennessee. That's the end of the month. It was the super chat. Thanks, dude. Thank you, Indiana. Thank you. Gave us $20 for the vacation. That could be part of the tip towards the, we're going to this epic restaurant.
Yeah, farm to table.
A farm to table, all organic. And let me tell you, when we finally find an organic restaurant, we're going to be looking around there as a possible vacation destination next year because we have not eaten out since May.
That was at the last Homesteaders event.
Love farm to table. Sandy loves farm to table.
I'm really excited.
Oh look, we lifted them out of a severe depression. We lifted Paul out of severe depression after a horrible divorce. I want you to know what you're doing, helping people in more than ways. That's good to know. That's a good way to know. And that's what this is. I don't feel like we need oh look, Lonnie, super fan. Thank you, Lonnie. we've built a life that we really don't feel like we need a vacation from. And I think that's key. And we rest every day because we make sure we get sleep. I mean, last night was a little tricky with Henry. I was sitting with him for 2 hours from 1 to 3, and you were up with him a bit.
I was up from 9
But
to
we rest
11.
every day, and then we rest once a week. And so this is kind of a rest once a year kind of thing, so we don't burn out. Because I want to be in this for the long game. We've been doing this 6 years, and I'm thinking this is a 10-year, 20-year game.
Yeah,
It's like a
I
day.
almost want to get a farm sitter and then just stay home.
No, I think what we're gonna do this
But
summer
we're going south to get vitamin D.
is because I think what we're gonna do this summer, either we're gonna hire this farm sitter once a week. It could be every other week on one day, just one day. It's like a Friday, and then or if we may be getting an intern, a paid intern. I say May, and then if that works, that would be interesting because once every 2 weeks we could go. Randy, you still in here? Let's talk a little bit, Randy. Once every 2 weeks we could go on a little hike.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Wouldn't that be cool? And maybe that could accumulate and just around. Like, let's be a tourist in our own town. We kind of started doing that by going to Chimney Rock last year. We got to do one, and then I got sick.
Yeah.
And it broke the kid's heart.
And
Randy, you still in here? Okay, here we are. So Randy had a good point. You know, Randy has been farming. He's up in Minnesota. And we went and visited him on Farm Trade. Can you believe that's been 5 years ago? Randy, what's the name of your show? I forget what we called your show. It's something like IT, your tech job during the day or something, and then what would we call your show so folks can go watch the show with you in it? And he's coming to, he's slowing down the farm. And I texted him, I said, what's going on? And he's just setting his priorities straight. You know, his kids are gonna, I love this story. And somebody might not think I would cheer for this, but heck yes, I would cheer for this. I would cheer for you to slow down your farm. Yes, I would. If you were doing it for the reason Randy is. In 2 years, his kids go to college. Gosh. I'm just saying gosh
They're
because
growing up.
Jonah's 15. Is he 15? 14. Okay.
He's turning 14.
Whew. He's 14, but my goodness. I'm experienced as a parent enough now to have seen little baby Henry in 10 months right now, and Jonah at 14 years. It was yesterday that Jonah was 10 months.
Yeah, it was.
There it is. Why this software engineer started a farm. So search for that on YouTube and you'll meet Randy. But heck yeah, Randy, we're all cheering for that because, yes, we're growing chidlers before we're growing cabbages.
It feels so crazy.
So that might mean you lose the cabbages and focus on the children. Same thing with the relationship. What were you going to say?
Well, it's just so crazy how fast it does go. You hear that, you know. The days are long, the years are short.
Yeah. It's another thing. It's like, I love and appreciate what Randy's doing. And because I now have this young kid and this older kid, I feel like I have this interesting perspective of just how fast it does go by, and they will be gone.
Well,
And
Henry's already almost a year old. It wasn't that long ago that
you know,
I was
and
still pregnant.
somebody said, why did Arun leave? And I'm going to answer this because I'm going to bring it into this point about this parenting stuff. Well, Arun moved back to India, and that's one thing. It's been a blessing actually because well, we were helping Arun out and giving him a job, and didn't really need it. Was it helpful? Yes. So now, though, do we replace? No, we don't. We've been enjoying being as a family again and being with the kids more. And the kids and us can do the jobs, no problem. And it's been a time where, oh yeah, you know, maybe we'd be more productive if we would hire another farmhand. There's no shortage. There's plenty that would love to come and work. And we have been just enjoying this time.
Yeah.
And knowing that our kids will be, we don't encourage our kids to go. We don't encourage, if they need to go to college because they need something technical, like to become a doctor or a lawyer, then we encourage it and pat them on the back. But it doesn't seem like they're welcome to stay and work on the farm. They will have a place in the business. I will offer them a place in this business. If I don't have one, I will make one up. And if they have their own ideas for a place in this business, I'm gonna cheer them on and let them run for it. And if they don't, that's fine. I'll support them 100%. I'll back them up. And we'll hug them tight and send them on their way. And you know, when they have kids, and God forbid if they're away from us, Rebecca will become the van life people.
Yeah.
And we'll be abandoning a homestead and go and be with our grandchildren.
I will
We will abandon it in a heartbeat.
As much as you want me to come. If you don't want me to be there, I will not come. But if you want me to be there,
yeah.
We're getting
family first.
We're getting a van RV.
This is the point I want to make. You know, we had somebody text us in the member text and say, you know, I've got this job offer. It's good. It's so much better pay, and I'll do so much better off financially. But I have these chickens, and I don't want to. I'll be leaving what I've established with the chickens. I'm like, get the heck out of there. What are you doing? And by the way, chickens travel. I mean, they're great travelers. Take them with you. I mean, get out of it. Forget the chickens. Here's the thing. We have these holistic lives. That is a case where you are serving homesteading. You are serving your chickens. That doesn't make sense to me. Homesteading needs to serve you. Permaculture needs to serve you. Randy has figured that out. The farm needs to serve Randy.
The family.
And the family. They're not getting rid of it completely. And I'd still cheer them on if they were. But they're cutting it back and only going to keep what parts of the farm that are actually making money, which is so beautiful. Like, you're forced to reevaluate yourself. You end up just keeping the most productive stuff, and whether your goal be money or enjoyment, you keep what's meeting that end. Soy IG says, what's up? Who's taking care of the animals now? The farm sitter. Interesting story about the farm sitter. So here I think I should have made a video on all the chores and stuff for the farm sitter. Randy says, don't give up things. I missed it. Say it again, Randy. Say it again, Randy, please. I didn't. Oh, can I? Oh, wait, here I can go to it. Don't feel guilty for giving up things that are no longer important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always reevaluating, because what might have been important last year is not important this year. And that doesn't mean it's a failure.
I mean,
I love this talks.
When changes happen, it's so good for you. You know, like, it might feel like, oh, it's such a hard thing that whatever happened. But it's so good because it makes you reevaluate.
Yeah.
And
South Carolina's in the house. We were just in South Carolina visiting Roots and Refuge. Still in South Carolina.
What were you saying, though, about...
Okay, so back to the farm sitter. So, fun story. I'm training this farm sitter. So here's the trick. How do you get away on the farm? Budget it. You have a vacation budget or a business trip budget. Budget the farm sitter in. Make it easy. We spent... 2-3 days straight?
3 days.
Our off day too?
Yeah.
Just busting our tails to make it so it would go smoothly for him.
Everything.
Putting down wood chips in the runs. Making sure there's water hoses are there. Making sure the fences are up and hot. making it super easy.
Separating the animals that need to be separated.
Putting the animals where they're supposed to go. So that's step one. And well, step one is put them in the budget.
Yeah.
And then step two, prep for them. Get everybody situated so it's super easy. Step three, train them. So he came, and it's a neighbor. We just have developed a relationship with over the years.
Yeah.
I forget how we originally met them, but he's also a pro chef and caters for us now for some of our events. And we went, I trained him. So you come over the day before, pay him that day too. And pay him good. Pay him good. I'm paying $150 a day. And that's 2 visits. He's not even, so that's 2, that when I say visits, I mean morning and afternoon chores. So he'll do, so then, where was I going with that? Okay, so then I train him, so we go over the chores together, and I didn't do the chores. I told him what to do, so he got the motion memory. And then after we were done, and he started this morning on his own, but I had printed out every single thing he needed to do. And I swear, I'm thinking that's why people have bad farm experiences. One, the farm sitter is not willing to read your instructions, or you didn't write out detailed instructions. You can't really expect. I mean, once I wrote it out, it's like 4.5 pages long, guys. I trained him for probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours in the morning doing our chores.
It was,
and then an hour and a half.
It was like
2 hours in the afternoon.
It was 3 hours in the morning and an hour and a half.
So after 4.5 hours on a butt cold day,
it was terrible. It was so cold outside.
I said to him, I said, Chris, I said, is this worth it? And I thought, oh, he's gonna think I'm talking about, is the money worth it? No, I did the math and I figured out what he's getting an hour, and yeah, he's doing good. It's worth it. But I wasn't asking that. I was asking, is this worth it? Like, this is a lot.
It's lifestyle.
And he said, there's no other option. He said, there's no other option. And he knows. I mean, he lives our lifestyle. He knows you can't buy this food. You cannot buy organic pork in the store.
Or
you cannot buy
milk.
100% grass-fed lamb that hadn't been vaccinated or dewormed and none of that nonsense.
Even just finding raw milk is really hard.
Uh-oh, we might be running out of time here on Gideon's wanting to know how much longer. He might need us to pull over so he can pee in the trailer. Because for those who missed it early on in the show, yes, we have a compost toilet in our trailer. Go to my Instagram stories and you can see it.
Because
my Instagram is the Justin Rhodes Show.
We are extra.
Oh, if you don't think we're extra, we've got 10 gallons of our own milk, 14 dozen of our own eggs, a Yeti cooler full of our own meat. And the only time we'll eat out in Florida is at this farm to table that's organic, not just local and non-GMO, it's organic.
Pete might have a
Oh,
restaurant.
Pete. You think Pete knows a restaurant?
Yeah, he took me to
Uncle
one.
Pete.
He took me and the kids to one. When we were there in December of 2017. We went to a local, but who knows if it's still there because of COVID, you know?
Yeah.
COVID ruined a lot of restaurants.
Yeah. So the point is, there's no choice. There's no choice. I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, our own grass-fed milk. So I say we would be the van grandparents and start traveling, but my goodness, Rebecca, we still have to eat. But hopefully by that time, there's more farmers and organic farmers.
We'll, you know.
There's gonna be. There has to be. That's the one thing Chris was saying. Randy Kleiman says to traveling carnivores, yeah, for lunch we were at Roots and Refuge and had a picnic, and everybody else was eating normally, and I had a plate full of chicken. Jeremiah made fun of me. That's fine. I was just eating chicken with some salt on it.
Cold too.
So we'll have more carnivore options in the future, won't we, Randy? It's going that way. That's what Chris was saying. I mean, you have to. And he said the food alternative is not food. It's not real food. And this is a chef, so he knows what he's talking about. It's not. I mean, if you've had pork at the grocery store, conventional pork, and then you've had homegrown pork, it's not the same thing. Of course, it's more expensive if you were to buy it from a farmer, because it's not the same thing. It's not apples. It's not comparing apples to apples. It's comparing something completely different. And it's worth it because these people are working hard. These people are working so hard. And you are what you eat. So why wouldn't that be where the most of your budget is going to? Food. Why wouldn't we invest into our own health and energy? Because I'd rather spend money on that than I'd rather spend money on intensive management. This is what I say for my farm. I'm about intensive management, not intensive healthcare. So I'm about deep bedding and keeping the manure covered, or if it's the summer or if it's growing season, then I'm about moving animals every day, because we're more into intensive management than healthcare. I'm losing the chats. Oh no, everybody's still there. All right, we better go, Becky. It's been 36 minutes. Henry's been doing well. We love hanging out with you guys. No vlog today. I think tomorrow's show, 48 ways to keep your chickens happy in the winter, and that's just a piece from Permaculture Chickens. One of my first appearances in front of the camera, so don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. The content's great. The personality and charisma needed a little bit of work, but I was terribly nervous. Anyway, love you guys, appreciate you guys. Was glad to hang out with you guys. I hope you enjoy the extra content, because they're certainly longer than the typical vlogs. So enjoy the extra content, and we'll enjoy our rest and sabbatical and filming adventures in Florida. All right.